Hi. Don't know what's going on with this tonight. I'm hoping the light is going to stay with me a little bit longer this evening. I'd forgotten that it gets quite dark in my craft room. The light here is not the world's best in the evening if I have to start turning artificial lights on, and I've forgotten about that. So we're going to see how we get on. I'd like to welcome you all to my online Facebook event, I'd call it, this evening. It's kind of a class, it's kind of a workshop, I suppose. But you're welcome whoever you are, wherever you are. Hi Sam, I see you've popped on. I hope I'm not on your television. I don't like the idea of being on that big screen, okay? All right, you've been warned. So yes, but we're going to have 3 projects this evening. I've got some giveaways, and I've got a mixture of giveaways. I have some things that you can play along with no matter where you live in the world, and I have got one giveaway that's kind of just for the UK because it's some product and I can only give that away in the UK. But I've got a couple of other prizes that aren't limited by area, so you can play along no matter where you live, and I'll send those out to you wherever you are in the world. So speaking of wherever you are in the world, I hope you're going to let me know where you are in the world. So down from this video, I'm trying to remember to number all the posts in order. You'll find post 1, and down there it'll say, where are you? If you leave a comment on there, I am going to pick somebody out of all the comments left on there to win a prize. And that prize for that particular post is going to be a package of my handmade card designs. So back here, all on there, and in those boxes up there as well, I have got, hi Baz. Sam says I'm on her phone. Oh, that's okay. Nobody needs to see this that big. I've got all my handmade card designs back there, up there, they're in boxes everywhere. Okay, so I can probably pull 2 prizes, I think, maybe, and I'd still have plenty left over. So I'm going to send off some packages of my card designs, completed ones, to the winner from that post. So make sure you duck onto that post, leave me a message telling me where you're from, your town, your country. I'd love to hear what time it is for you right now. I'm going to leave all my giveaways this evening. I'm going to leave them open until 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. That's my time, so that's GMT. So actually it's BST, we're on summertime. So that's about 24 hours from now. I'm going to leave all of those open till then. Okay, so that I know some people are in different time zones, and I don't want them to miss out, because I know whatever time I pick, it's not good for somebody. The Americans are asleep, or the Australians are asleep. I think the Australians are asleep at the moment. I think it's about 4 in the morning for them. So I'm going to leave it open because I know some of them are going to want to catch up later. So I will pull some prizes tomorrow evening for all the prize draws. So make sure that you leave comments on all of them. Like I say, they're open to everybody, but the one where I give away product, I can only send in the UK. But I hope you'll play along with it anyway. So watch out for those posts. So how it's going to work this evening, after our quick little chat. Hi, Danny. I've realised I haven't pulled you up on my iPad either. I'm going to do that when I flip the camera, I'll do that. So how it's going to work this evening, I have 3 projects for you. We are going to start with the first project and the second giveaway. Then I'm actually going to take a little break, and I'm going to nip upstairs and say goodnight to my children. They kind of, I know they're 10, but they do still like mum and dad to be around. They like a story, they like a bit of chat. So they enjoy all of that still as part of their bedtime routine. So about 7:45 or so, I'm going to be looking at taking about a quarter of an hour, 20-minute break around that time. Get myself a cup of tea maybe. I've got one. I don't know what, I've done something wrong. There's no tea. Grab a cup of tea, say goodnight to my children, and then I will come back on for a second video, a second Facebook Live. I did get it, Danny. I did get the message you sent me on Messenger earlier today, and I am that person. If you want to put your friend in touch with me, I will see what I can do to help her. Okay, so put her in touch with me, tell her to find me and friend me so that she can send me some messages, and then I can give her some tips. So that's not a problem. Yeah, so I'm going to take a little break, grab some tea, and then we'll come back and we'll do the other projects. So I'm thinking we'll do one project and then 2 projects. That was the original plan. I'm actually wondering if depending on how we get on for time and how chit-chatty I am, we might do 2 projects and then the break and then 1 project. So we'll see how we get on. If we can do 2 now, we'll get better light now than later, because later the light will be rubbish and I'll be casting horrible shadows over everything and it'll be awful. So, because I've only literally got 1 overhead light in here, pendant ceiling light. I've got nothing fancy, no fancy lighting. So, Bat says she's going to use the break to pop out for a Chinese. I'll have chicken chow mein, please. Thanks very much. We were going to have a Chinese tonight, and but then I realised, I remembered we were doing the Facebook Live. So I was like, I don't want to rush my Chinese, and I know what I'm like when I've had Chinese. I end up really full. I eat too much when we have takeaway. Naughty, I know, but it's so yummy. Okay. So I said, right, we won't do it tonight. We'll have pizza tonight. I can take or leave pizza. I'm not. Tell me your favourite. Tell me your favourite takeaway. Pizza, Chinese, Indian. Tell me what you like. Thai. Paul and I went out for Mexican last week. While the kids were at Grandad's, we went to Casa Loco in town. I've been before. My chair's super squeaky. Charlotte says, hi from Corson. Haven't seen you in ages. No, it's been at least 3 hours since you left my house, and about 20, not even 24 hours since I left her house. Baz says a curry. Well, surely you make a better curry, Baz, than a takeaway one, don't you? Don't you? Recommend your best local ones. If you're local, recommend your best local ones. So we went to the Mexican in town. I've been once before, but Paul never had. And Paul likes Mexican food. So we went there and ate too much and was really stuffed. And the girl came around, would you like some desserts? No. No. I can't walk home. So, yeah, it was lovely. Nice. Recommend that. So yeah, tell me about your favourite takeaways. What's your secret takeaway treat? And if you're local, tell me where you get it from as well, so I can try it. We tried a different Chinese a couple of months ago, and because we've always gone to the same one, and people locally were asking for recommendations, and we thought, well, we've always just stuck with the same one, but maybe one of the others is better, and we don't know. Let's try one of the other local ones. Well, it was rubbish. It was absolutely rubbish, and we hadn't bothered. It was tasteless. It didn't taste. It was like somebody forgot to put the Chinese spices in, which is kind of imperative, I'd have thought. Yeah, we won't be going there again. So the last time we had to take, we were like, we'll go back to our usual for now. At least we know it's nice. So yeah, the chair. It's really bad this evening. So yes. So I have 3 projects for you this evening, and I've kind of got a bit carried away with my pre-order, and I was like, I can't show you all pre-order because you can't buy it yet. Won't be long though. Yeah, less than 2 weeks. Woo! In fact, it's 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today that it goes live. Yay! Oh, great. So I have got, what have I got? We are making a little treat with Coffee Cafe. This is going to be our first project, and you might have seen it on the Crafty Carrot blog hop on Monday, and it's this cute little coffee cup treat. So I am going to show you how I created it, and it's really super easy. It's not hard. Okay, so we're going to do that as our first project tonight. I've got a card using the eclectic layers, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you. And then finally, I have snuck in a Christmas card with some new things. Okay, kind of snuck it in at the end. So if you're interested in joining the Crafty Carrot in September with some more fabulous projects using Coffee Cafe, all you have to do is make a purchase from me, either of the Coffee Cafe stamp set. We'll come to that, Baz. You're jumping the gun. eBay. purchase the Coffee Cafe stamp set or an equivalent amount if you're in the UK from me. If you're not in the UK, if you're in Australia, you need to find Jennifer Frost. If you're in New Zealand, you need to find Susan Wong. If you're in Canada, you need to find Krista Fratton. And if you are in America, you need to find Cindy Schuster. Okay. Oh, there's no need to apologise, Baz, I'm teasing you. Okay, to play along in September with us for the Coffee Cafe, or an equivalent amount. Those people who have already placed an order with me during August, okay, thank you very much. I've had several online orders this week. I've also had people emailing me their orders to place for them, stuffing order forms through my letterbox. Thank you all very much to everybody who's already placed an order. So this month, because we have no live class this month, I want to make sure you all get rewarded. So if you're in the UK and you place an order with me as part of like tonight's workshop, and I'm going to leave the orders open until tomorrow night, and I will place the order on Sunday morning, or you can order online. So if you're in the UK and you place an order with me, by then, using the hostess code, which I meant to write down and I haven't, so I will have to find that because that's no good without it. Or you can email me your order and I'll place it for you if you like. That's not a problem. If you want me to do it for you, that's not a problem. I can do that too. You will get the supplies for all the projects I show you this evening. Now, I came up with that plan before I decided that we were going to make the coffee cup, which means I've got to send you all a coffee cup, which is going to be a bit bulky in the post, but hey ho, we'll manage. Not to mention costs me a fortune. Local people, I'll be able to drop it around. So you're going to get materials to make one each of the projects tonight, and you're going to get entry to the Crafty Carrot during September as well. Okay, not only that, but I will, as well as sending you the supplies, I'm also going to send you a PDF instruction doobie-doo thingamabobby tutorial, that's the word, to go with it, so you know how to do it as well. And the videos, once we've finished recording them, will get put on YouTube sometime over the weekend, so you can go back and find them and stuff like that. Okay, so that's covered all of that. Yeah, I need to find that hostess code. There's probably one on my blog if you like. So if you're ordering online, you can use the one on my blog. It's in the sidebar. Doodah. If you've had a newsletter from me during August, it'll be on there as well, written on there. So, like I say, Coffee Cafe products, Crafty Carrot tutorials, a tutorial from me. Woo! It's going a bit dingy. It doesn't look too bad, the light from there. It's been one of those days. It's either chucked it down with rain or it's been brilliant sunshine. My washing got wet several times. So, shall we crack on and get some projects made? Yeah, I think we should. Yes, Valerie, of course. I can hear you all. You're replying to me. I know you are. Right, so let me make some space. Okay, I'm going to flip you round. Don't forget to tell me where you're from in that other post as well. Don't forget to pop down and reply to that. I'm also going to bring it all up on here so I can still see your comments. That says it's raining up near her. You're further north than me. Maybe I've missed it. We had a bit of a rain at tea time. I've moved you closer and not flipped you. Look. Ooh. Yeah. Right, there I am. Or I'm not, I'm black. Oh, there I am. Right then. Are you ready for the flip? Don't get dizzy. Get ready. Oh, squeaky floor. Squeaky chair even. Right. Loosen that. Flip that. Bring it down a bit further. Twiddle some knobs. Just because. For fun. Not for any good reason. Oh, we're very wonky tonight, aren't we? What's going on? Well, Squiffy this evening, I must say. Right then. Oh, it's chucking it down with Baz. Oh dear, Baz, that's not good. So, right. Hopefully you can see what I am doing. So, I have a little coffee cup. Now, I got these on eBay. Okay, if you just search ribbed coffee cups, I think. Coffee cups. I know what some of you were thinking. Right? I bought the ones that came with lids. I think they came with lids. But they've got this brown paper doodah on. Okay, now this is the same theory of how I do it. Works for all coffee cups. So it doesn't matter if you end up with 8-ounce ones, 12-ounce ones, 16-ounce ones, 20-ounce ones. Okay, the same theory works for all of them. These sleeves are handy. Some, unfortunately, are slightly better stuck than others. These ones seem to be quite well stuck, I must say. Oh, no, it's not too bad, right? These are usually just stuck at the join. Sometimes there's a bit of glue around here, but it's not usually very much, and it just peels off. The reason this is you're going to replace this, and you're going to use this as a template. Okay? So now, here's your template. Yay! So all you do is find the piece of paper that you want to cut it from. Work out which is going to be the front and then flip it over so you've got the back. And then, now I think I worked out that if I was very careful on like the diagonal, I could get these out of 6-inch pieces of paper. Okay, but if you have bigger cups than that, you're probably going to need to use 12 by 12. This piece is from the Coffee Break Designer Series paper. So I'm using all the parts of that Coffee Break suite. And then I've got a pencil and I'm basically just going to draw around it like a template. I know you all know what a template is. I know you do. Okay. So round, oh, doesn't matter if you get pencil all over it because it's just a template, you're not going to use it again. So once you've gone all the way round, I don't know how well you can see that, then you're just going to take some good sized scissors and you're going to cut it out. Now obviously you've drawn around it as a template, so you want to cut just inside the line, otherwise it's going to end up too big because obviously you've gone outside the original. So it's just a big curve. It's really easy. Oh yeah, the sheets are here now, Baz. You might even be able to hear it. Okay, round like that, and then round the bottom edge, like so. Okay, and then the corners were just a little bit rounded, and I think that gives it quite a nice finish. So I'm just going to add that back in, but I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to make a big deal around it. And round again. I can hear a funny noise. It's not the rain. I don't know what it is. Might be the dishwasher. Right. So we're going to wrap this around our cup. So I'm just going to use my bone folder. I'm just going to start the curl process going a little bit. Just makes it a bit easier. Okay, like so. Baz says she could just see the pencil lines. Yeah, but that's okay because they're going to be on the inside. Then you're going to want a bit of tape just along one edge. Basically just going to stick it down how the original one was stuck. Okay, it's really easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okie doke. And peel that off. Now, if you want to, you can add a little bit of Tombow around the cup as well. It's up to you. It's not compulsory, but I find the Tombow never comes out when I want it to, is what I find. I don't think that one's been used in a while. I think it's a bit blocked. What else have we got? There's about 4 empty Tombows in that pot. So, oh, that one's got some in. I'm not going to put much on. So, are you all still there? Are you watching like EastEnders or something, or Emmerdale or something in the background? You've got one eye on me. Maybe you've turned the sound off. Right then. And then you're just going to pop this on here. Now I like to make sure that my join ends up roughly where the join in the cup is. The other thing is to kind of just push it right up, sort of under the lip a little bit, like that. Okay, get it shoved up under there. And you usually should end up with like a little tiny border along the bottom edge as well. Okay. So round you go, and then when you get to the end, I'm just going to stick it down like so. And there you have it, all nicely wrapped in paper. Yeah, you see, Vaz is watching Emmerdale. Oh, Dorina says it's 4 AM. Why are you up? You couldn't sleep? Oh no! You shouldn't be on your screens though, blue light. I'm glad you're here, Dorina, though. I'm glad to see you. I know you said it was going to be a horrible time for you. So you can use that. So if you're going to make a whole bunch of these, just use one, and then you can just rip them off the others. Like a woman possessed. Okay, so I'll finish with that bit of paper. So then I'm just going to decorate it. So decorating, I haven't got a stamp set for a start. That would be useful. Oh, I'm so sorry. If you all heard that enormous crash, my apologies. Right then, so to decorate our coffee cup, I kind of had a bit of fun. I like to use dies for layers, even if they're not necessarily meant to be used for layers. So in here, you have this fab one, and the idea is it's like one of those wraps for the big cup. These are 85%, that's why it looks bigger. For the big cup, this is like this that we tore off, that sort of hand-holding warmy thing. But if we just cut it from a piece of cardstock, it just makes a really nice, fun little matte layer. Okay, in here we also have a little oval for cutting out that sentiment. Or you could cut and use the little coffee cup. That would be another fun one as well. So, where's all the skizzers gone? Let's find some white cardstock. Okay, here's a bit. You're going to say that's got a very fancy edge. Well, this is a card design that didn't quite work out. Didn't make the cut. So I'm going to use the little oval. Thanks a lot. Okay, and I love this set, right? I don't drink coffee. I don't like it. What does Sam say? Sam says, oh, hello, Sharon. Sam says, Bruce Forsyth is on in the background. Gareth's gone to get a takeaway, but I don't know what I'm getting. Or is it going to be a surprise? Yes, poor Bruce. If you're in the UK, I don't know if it'll mean anything to anywhere else where anybody else lives, but unfortunately, poor Bruce Forsyth has passed away, so which is very sad. So I am going to stamp. This is Garden Green ink. Okay, and I've just pulled my colours from the Coffee Break DSP. So I've just inked that up and stamped that in the green. Okay, and I shall die cut that with this little coordinating oval. Well, that was interesting. Look, all the little bits went flying. Sharon says she's from Oregon. Hello, welcome from Oregon. Now, my geography for America is appalling, so I know it's in America. Is that north, south, east, west, in the middle? You're going to have to give me a little more. Make sure you add it to that other post, that post 1, Sharon, to be in the prize draw. Okay, so this is Soft Sky card. And I'm just going to die cut that from there. So I should die cut both of these on my Big Shot. So another squeaky chair moment. I'm not going to drag my Big Shot over for this because it's really... Baz thinks it might be on the west coast, Oregon. Oh, it moved. Have another go. There we go. I am still here, I promise. I love my Big Shot. I've used it for every project tonight. Hello. Can't help it. So those are scraps. Those dies go back in the bag. Look, I'm going to try and tidy up as I go along. Are you impressed? Okay. Which means we'll just use a little bit of there. Where did you get your cups from? Sharon, I got mine from eBay. I'm sure I said if you search for sort of ribbed coffee cups, takeaway coffee cups, it'll come up, and there was all sorts of different ones. So yeah, I'm going to try and tidy as I go along. Are you impressed? Charlotte came round earlier. She says, your craft room's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Yeah, it is, in fact, actually. Thanks very much. Oh, I didn't quite put that away. Right. Because your cup is round, you kind of want to just give these a bit of a curl. Okay, otherwise if you stick them on flat, they look a bit rubbish. Okay, I'm just gonna, this just helps them go round the corner a bit. And then I've also got these, which are little corrugated elements, and I like this because obviously it's reminiscent of this, and it's a bit like this, but it's not too similar, so we can get away with it. Right, so I'm gonna do that, and then again, because we're going around the corner, I think I'm going to go for little mini glue dots. I'm sure I've got a sheet started. I love the little mini glue dots. Aren't they cute? Who loves the little mini glue dots? They're so sweet. I know. Sad, isn't it? Right. A grown woman getting excited about that. Get a life. Right. Right, I'm going to stick that on there. That's not in the middle. Let's have another go. It's getting a bit dingy, isn't it? Can you guys still see quite well? Okay, so put that on there. And then we're going to pop some more on there. And the beauty, because these are small, where we're going around the corner, just makes it a little bit easier. And I like lots of layers. Okay, lots of layers is good. It's probably easier if I put it on the desk. I can hear my daughter's audio book. And then again, more dimensionals. Let's have some more dimensionals. What the hey? What the hey? Ooh. There we go. Okay. And then, like I say, I like to keep that seam at the back. It's an OCD thing. My paper ended up different this time. I think I must have cut it differently when I laid it onto the sheet. If you notice on this one, I've got them sort of going up and down, at least to begin with at the front there. But at the front here, they're not going up and down. They're all angled. How odd. Oh, well, never mind. Don't think it makes any difference. If it bothers you, turn the camera round. Turn what camera round? Oh, that one. What? So the writing's the right way round. It makes me my eyes go funny if I do that. Maybe I'll do it for the next one. There's not much to read. Anyway. Is that the one you mean? There we are. It says, thanks a latte. Backwards. Right then. So there we go. And so you could put some specialist coffee beans in there if you've got a coffee connoisseur for a friend. All my friends drink tea. It's obviously just a load of us who drink tea. Even Paul drinks tea. You could find some coffee sweets, some coffee creams. Might want us to see your messy craft room. I had a quick tidy up after she commented on it. It's only because I was busy designing all the projects this evening. That was why it was messy. Honest governor. Honest Injun. Right. So this is, what is this? Crumb cake. What? Classic weave ribbon. Okay. So over we go. Over we go. And under there. Like that. Now, I have to admit, because it's in a circle, the blooming thing does want to sort of slide off on me. Hi, Auntie Anne. Do you drink coffee, Anne? Baz drinks tea. Yeah, everybody I know drinks tea. Oh, it's came out quite neat. Okay, but you kind of have to get it in the middle. Otherwise, it kind of wants to move about on you. And then when you're happy with it, you can just trim and... Oh, don't do that. Trim. I love a little trim. I love a little bit of trim. And then I like to just move it so that the thing on the front is in the middle. Still not in the middle. I think it was in the middle and then I moved it back again. Oh well. Never mind. Right. Oh, Anne says she drinks both. Oh, turn the camera around to show them my messy craft room. We saw that earlier. It's not too bad. If you're lucky, if you're all very good and very nice, I might show you my mess later when we've finished making a mess. Depends how nice you all are to me. Not really. So there you go. Okay, I had another one. Where's my other one? What have I done with it? Squeak, squeak, squeak. Where's it gone? Here it is. Here it is. Here's the other one I've done. So I'd covered it in one of the other papers. And then this time I had done the top. This is a piece of garden green cardstock. And onto it I've actually stamped. I've stamped that stamp. And then I've cut a circle out of it. Now it was a snug fit. But not at the same time. Yes, good point. Very funny. Yes, not in the same mug. Right, so that, a snug circle fit just perfectly on there. Okay, and so that had a sort of a wood grainy thing. Now there was a wood grain print in the paper. You could use that one, but I was trying to get creative, you know. And then I've stuck that on the top, and then this is some pool party twine. Technically this has got Soft Sky in it, but I'm like, hey, close enough. Okay, so you could make up a little collection of those, leave them on your desk for your co-workers. Some sweets in, or do the bigger cups and then you can fit bigger sweets in, or coffee sachets, things like that, or the K-cup things. I know a lot about it considering I don't drink coffee, don't I? I know. I did wander down the coffee aisle in the supermarket earlier this week, that's why. Okay, so that I vaguely knew what I was talking about. Right then, so there is project number 1. I'm just wondering if we've got time for project number 2 or not. Maybe. So don't forget to go and leave a comment about from where you're from down on the first post to be entered into the giveaway to win a package of cards from me. Baz is off to get her Chinese. I don't blame you, Baz. Right, in the meantime, we'll at least take a look at the next card and we'll talk about the next giveaway, and that post is going to go up when I take a break as well. So here's going to be our next project this evening, and I hope you like it. It does mean quite a lot of die cutting, which is why I was going to do it in the break, because I was going to do the die cutting in the break so you didn't have to sit and watch me die cut for hours on end. Otherwise you'll definitely all get bored and go off and watch EastEnders or Coronation Street or something. Okay, so you've got this lovely die cut diamondy background. See you in a bit, Baz. Okay, and then on top I've got this diamond shape piece that I've come up with, a stitched diamond, and then a gold diamond. This is also from these eclectic dies, and a little sentiment there. Now actually I designed this card for my Naturally Eclectic online class. It didn't make the cut, it wasn't included in the class. A version of it was included in the class. It kind of evolved and changed and became something else. Okay, and that leads in nicely to my second prize for this evening. So it's another all attendee giveaway. If you've ever been to convention, you'll know what I mean. But basically it's open to everybody everywhere in the world. So there will be another post in a minute when I go for the break, because I can't put it up while I'm talking to you, asking you your preference. So I want to know, what do you like making the best? Do you like card making? Do you like gift making, like the coffee cups or cards? Do you prefer scrapbooking? Do you like doing home decor? Perhaps you like making something else entirely. Perhaps you're a knitter or a quilter. Perhaps you make jewellery, or you decoupage furniture, things like that. I don't know. Tell me in that post when it comes up. That's going to be post number 3. It's going to come up in a bit. Okay, and the prize is going to be a copy of my online class, my naturally eclectic online class. That's a PDF online class. It gets emailed to you, and you have all the projects and videos for the projects in there for you to make in your own time. So that's my prize. That's open to everybody in the world. So when that post goes up, make sure you go and take a look at it. So let's have a look at some of the elements of this card, and then maybe I'll take the break and we'll finish the card in the second video. We'll make the third card and have another little bit of a chatty thing. So obviously we're going to need the Big Shot quite a lot. So for this card, I am going to bring the Big Shot over. Like so. So the first thing we need, I have a piece of white cardstock. Dorina says she just bought it. Oh, you just bought the online class, didn't you? She's going to have a go at it this weekend. I hope you enjoy it, Dorina. I really do. It's full of some of my favourite projects that I've ever made. So I hope you're going to have fun doing it. Right, let's have a rummage in here and see if we can find the die. Of course, it's the last one to come out. Of course it is. So then we'll put all the others back. There we go. Right. So this one just cuts out those diamondy bits. So it fits inside the bigger diamond. Okay, but this will just cut out the diamondy bits. So this piece of card is 1 centimetre shorter on both directions than my base card. So it's 9.5 centimetres by 13.8. If you're in America, you probably just want to knock off about 1/2 inch from a normal base card. Okay. Right, and then you're just going to pop this and die cut it. Now this is where it could get boring, because you just get the fun of watching me die cut backwards and forwards. Okay, if all the pieces stay in the card, and they're not going to, it won't be too long. If they come out in the die like they have, or end up underneath, it's going to slow things down considerably. Let's have that one, and I'm going to bring them off the edge as well. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about that hole in the middle, because that's where my big diamond's going to go. So the technique for that big diamond is also in that class, but I am going to share that little element with you tonight to make this card. But obviously make sure you enter the draw to win the rest of the class, because it's full of great projects and all my top tips, some of my favourite techniques, fabby projects. So we're getting there. Nearly there. Oh, bits escaped. Let's get rid of that. And that bit. The problem, what happens, if they escape and they're underneath, and they stay underneath as you push through, they'll effectively emboss into the back of the piece of cardstock. And you'll see that impression at the front. So we kind of don't want to do that. Okay. Let's get rid of some of the looser ones. Okay, I think we'll have it coming off, if it'll go where I want it to go. Sometimes if it's not on a magnet, it kind of moves wherever it jolly well likes. Okay. And you're just moving it around basically until you're happy with where you've got it. Okay, I'll go ahead and push those bits all out in the break. You've got the idea of that. So the next thing we're going to prepare is we'll do the little gold diamond. We'll do the little gold diamond first because it uses the same die, and so that's more efficient, isn't it? So we need that die we've just used plus the outline diamond. Oh, going everywhere. Okay, this one. I'm going to take the cardie off, it's getting warm. So if you're just joining me now, I will be taking a break soon, but there are a couple of prize draws that you're going to be able to enter while I'm gone. Make yourselves a quick cup of tea, eat your Chinese, that sort of thing. Right, I just want to work out how big it's going to be. And then I'm going to go like that. And then actually, I'm going to put it on some of this permanent sheet so that the back gets sticky. So I'm going to lift where it says peel here, like so. I'm going to put that on there like that. Okay, make sure it's well pressed onto there. We can't fit all of this through the machine. Okay. Right then, so that top layer comes off. You leave this on here while you die cut these bits. Where's the other one gone? I'm terrible. Now, if I remember rightly, yeah, these ones won't cut at the same time. Some of them will. Some of them nest inside each other and you can cut them together. These ones don't quite. Okay, so I'm going to cut... I should have cut the smaller one first. Never mind. Okay. And then this one goes on top. This is where you hope you can find a magnet to line up nicely, doesn't it? Should have done this one first, folks, okay? I'm going to risk it. You're going to do the little die first, then you're going to do the big die, okay? Round the outside. Right then. And then, when you peel the backing off, the back will be sticky. So, let me put those bits away. Desk is covered in little tiny bits, some of which are now really sticky. Okay, so that's ready to go. What else do we need? We need the big diamond. We need the big diamond, and our light is starting to go as well, isn't it? So I'm using the stitch framelits. I think the stitch diamond looks quite fun. The regular framelits will work as well. Okay, you need 2 squares. I'm going to use the largest and the smallest. I'm going to use the smallest one first. I'm just going to die cut myself a square like so. Okay. And let me make sure you're going to be able to see really well. The problem is I'm casting a shadow over it now, so I don't know how well. I think you see better on this side, don't you? I think. So with the larger square now, okay, we need to do it this way so that we cut the right bit. And basically you just position this over the square. Make sure you get this at a nice angle to those two so they end up the same, and you get it even left to right. You're going to get a nice shape, and then you just want to cut this top edge here. You don't want to cut it where it crosses those corners, you just want to cut that top edge. Like so. And then when you do, can you see, you get a lovely stitched diamond shape. Right then, so that's all the elements for that. That's my big shot done. Okay, the light is now awful in here, it has to be said. Okay, so I'm going to take a break now, grab myself a cup of tea, go say goodnight to the kids. I will put up that post for you to leave a comment telling me what your favourite projects are, so that you can be with the chance of winning my Naturally Eclectic online class. I will be back here just after 8 o'clock, maybe about 8:05, at which point we're going to make the rest of this card. We're going to have another giveaway, and we will make our last card as well. So I hope you'll join me all back here in about 15 to 20 minutes time. Okay, thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I'm going to see you again really soon. Okay, bye for now. Enjoy your break. Hi, I am back. I hope you've all grabbed your cup of tea. I know, I don't know why I started without it, to be honest. That was a bit rash of me. So, but I've got it now. If you're grabbing Chineses and things like that, that was weird. Something came up on the screen. I don't know what it was. How odd. Very strange. Right then, if you've got your Chinese meal, all that stuff, I hope you're ready. I'll give you a moment for Facebook to let you know that I'm back on here now. And I'm going to bring you up there as well. Let's have a look. Am I there? I am there. Oh, look, there's me. I don't really like to look at me, but still, there you go. Right then, so the girls are in bed. Hubby's parked in front of the TV. And I'm back with you. So we will carry on with the next project in just a moment, because I don't want anybody to miss it. And we have another giveaway and another project. So just a reminder for tonight, if you would like to place an order with me before close of business tomorrow, that's 11 p.m. tomorrow. Sam's had a McDonald's. Is that your favourite cheeky takeaway, Sam? Of McDonald's? I'm not a big fan of McDonald's, I have to say. I don't have it very often. There's a reason I've remembered why I don't craft and do Facebook Live in this line. It's because it makes me look like I've got a moustache. Okay? All those dark patches on my face, they look awful now. It doesn't look quite so bad on my iPad. Look on bigger screens, folks, okay? Maybe it doesn't look so bad. Oh, that's why I don't like to do it in the evening, because it looks like I've got a beard. It's weird. A weird beard. Right. I was totally off track there. Right. So if you'd like to place an order, if you haven't already, I know some of you have emailed me orders, texted me orders, pushed order forms through my letterbox, placed orders online. If you haven't already placed an order, the chippy was busy. This month's code, the code to use to order tonight is all in capitals, and it's all letters, this one. UMSBYDFM. Okay, I've put up a post, post number 4, I think it was. I'm trying to number them, and then I've forgotten where I've got up to, so my apologies if I've numbered the same thing twice. It's got the details on. So you will earn the materials you need to make tonight's projects, and you will also get entry into September's Crafty Carrot using the Coffee Cafe, which I know you're going to love, because I love it, even though I hate coffee. So, and it was really funny when we did the blog hop, because out of the 5 of us, me, Jen and Susan, none of us like coffee. None of us drink coffee at all. Which I thought was quite funny, that more than half of us, not coffee drinkers. But we all love the stamp set. So, and as I pointed out, you know, just because I don't like coffee, I know lots of my friends do like coffee. So a coffee treat for many of them will go down a treat. Okay, but if your friends don't like coffee, you could still use the concept from this morning's project. This morning? How long ago do I think it was? Earlier, just a bit earlier, to do a tea gift instead. Put some fancy tea bags in there or something. You might not want to put thanks a latte on it, but alternatively, you could use the stamp set. I'm looking at my shelves now because there is one that mentions tea. And of course, now I've brought it up, I can't jolly well see it. Is it balloon celebrations? Maybe that's got something to do with tea in it. I think that one. I think yes. Okay, so Baz is going to eat while she watches. Your Chinese wasn't far away then. So I've given you the code. So yes, that's what you get for ordering with me before tonight. So thank you very much for those of you who are going to do that. Don't forget to leave comments on the previous post. So the first post is a worldwide draw to win a pack of handmade cards and bits and bobs by me. I will send it anywhere in the world. I may even send two. You're lucky. You have until tomorrow evening, 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. So I'm giving 24 hours for those people who are snoozing in Australia, apart from Dorina, who's awake in the middle of the night, to enter the competition. Or I know one of my local friends, they're out celebrating exam results tonight with their off to university fellows. And with that mentioned, we ought to say a big congratulations to Baz's son who got into Cambridge. I know, it's so exciting, and he's not mine. And I'm excited for him. I worked in Cambridge for 5 years, and it's a fantastic city to live in and work in, and I should imagine studying. So I'm sure he's going to love it. But we really enjoyed living near Cambridge, and I worked in Cambridge, and it's a really nice city because it's not too big for a city. It's not too big. It's quite nice. So congratulations to Alex again. I've already sent Baz my congratulations, but you can't have enough congratulations for Cambridge, can you? I mean, let's be honest, it's Cambridge. Right, so I'm going to make you dizzy in a minute and flip you around and spin you around, and we'll finish off the diamond card that we started before I took my little break, and then we'll do my last project, and we'll have another prize and a little chat and generally have fun. This is fun, isn't it? Can you think of a better way to spend your Friday night, honestly? No, me neither. I'm just jealous you've all got takeaways. I haven't. So get ready to get dizzy and spin. Oh, you've got my hand in it today. Round you go. Oh, that's a good noise, isn't it? What's going on today? Tighten all my knobs back up. Right then. You can see my tea, my milky brew. Have a quick sip. It's probably too hot for me. It's a bit. Right. That's okay. We can make our card then. So I have got, what have I got? I've got a Knight of Navy card base. Okay. It is a, what I call an up and down one. Half a sheet of A4 card cut in lengthwise, horizontally from the short edge. So it's a long one scored through the middle and folded. Okay, this is a standard card base. If you remember, we die cut this. This was 1 centimetre smaller on all sides, or about ½ an inch if you're in America. And Canada. I'm looking for some dimensionals. There's some. On the back of here, then, I'm going to put some dimensionals. Now, if I've got a corner that's too small for a regular one, I can put a mini on there. Yeah, no, that's good, isn't it? Right. I'm far too excited over that than is sensible for a 40-year-old woman, as I said. How many more of these do we need? Let's slap another one there. Where are the icky, bicky, cutie, beauty ones? There we go, look. So sweet. Right. Get a life. Right. Oh, and another one down there. Go on. What the hey? So, I'm going to whip these off. Still raining, by the way, just in case you care. Still checking it out. Is it only 1 entry per person per post? Well, I won't count you twice, so, but if you've got something else to say, you're welcome to say it. But I'm only going to count you once. So, I'm going to stick this on, leaving that ½ centimetre border all the way around. I'm wondering what you're going to say, Baz. Can anyone else see the icons floating at the bottom of the screen? There are heaps of them and all types. What sort of icons? I can't see any icons floating at the bottom of the screen. Like the little like and love buttons, like that. Or something else. I don't know what they are. I can't see them. What sort of icons? Weird. Have I pressed something? Let me check the phone. I wonder if I can't see them. They're not showing on my phone. What do they look like, Dorina? And why are you still awake? Wow, you're going to be really tired in the morning. I'm trying to think. At least it's what? It's going to be Saturday. Hopefully you can chill out. So I've gone and I've bung that. Yes, likes, angry faces, happy, all of them. Oh, no, I can't see any. Maybe somebody's going nuts with the buttons. So, but I'm not seeing them myself. So I hope there aren't angry faces. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody. Right then, so I've gone ahead and I've stuck that essentially onto my card base. So next up we've got our fabulous little diamond. And then do you remember we used the adhesive sheet on the back of this? Yeah, Baz has found them in her post. Oh, I can't see them. Well, I hope everybody's happy anyway. Oh, I can't get the back off now. Right, well, we did make the back off. There it goes. There it comes off, right? So now that's sticky. Yay. That's why these adhesive sheets are fabulous to go with these dies, because these dies are quite detailed, especially if you cut out the flower one, the one that cuts out the flower like that and puts all things in. That's really delicate. And so this is fabby with the adhesive sheets, and it was actually so easy to use. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that on there. We could do it at a jaunty angle, we can do it off to one side, however you like. It's up to you. Okay, like so. Because the problem with these is you struggle to get some dimensional back there because the gaps, the spaces are just too tiny for that. And even tiny dots of glue would be hard work. So let's go ahead and add a sentiment. Now, I have got my Oh So Eclectic stamp set that goes with this, and I have been cutting up my sentiments. So originally I used the I Like You, which is just one long line. Okay, but I've been cutting up where they're two words into one because I want them to be on a nice long little strip like this. Baz says she doesn't have this set. You need to get it, Baz, because it's lovely. Okay, you've been told. All right. Accept my valued opinion on this. In my opinion, this is possibly the nicest stamp set in the whole catalogue. But I'm sure that's just my opinion. I'm going to attempt to stick that in a straight line. I'm not sure how good a job I've done. But I'm getting it in a straight line as far as the words are concerned, not the rubber. Trying to get the words like it's a single sentence. And then I'm going to use navy ink. My ink pad. This ink pad. I don't own a navy re-inker. I need to get one. This ink pad's actually one of the original felt ink pads. So I've had it probably somewhere about 8-9 years. And it's never seen any more ink, I don't think. Okay, and then I like to stamp them along the edge of a piece of cardstock. That was rubbish. Okay, not like that. Okay, let's have another go. You see I'm missing some words. Let's try along this edge. So, when I want to get them into a narrow border like this, it's still not great. Let's have another go again. I'm not getting the very bottom of that hello at all. I'm actually, you wouldn't normally rock stamps, but I'm giving it a little bit of a rock. That's a bit better. I've ended up with a strip across there, which is why you wouldn't rock it, obviously. But that's okay, we're going to trim it off. So, as I was saying, the reason I like to stamp right along the edge when I want a narrow strip is because it's really hard to stamp on a narrow strip. You must be nuts to try and stamp on a narrow strip. So I like to stamp right on the edge of a piece of cardstock and then pop the bit of cardstock into my trimmer and just trim off the narrow strip. And it ends up like that, okay? Rather than trying to cut a narrow strip and then trying to stamp on that, you'd be well brave, I tell you. Well brave to do that. Right, and then I just trim it off. So normally I would have done it on a short edge. Now I do generally stamp in the middle because sometimes I don't always necessarily, of the edge, because I don't necessarily know how long I want to leave the banner. Maybe I might want to add little banner ends on the end. I don't know, you know. So if I do it along like an edge like that, but put it in the middle, I've got all this extra to play with, so I can make decisions once I've stamped it. I don't stamp it and then go, oh, that's not what I wanted, and then I have to stamp it again. Now, this is even a little bit narrow even for the tiny dimensionals by the looks of it. So this is where you get out the old edges. Okay, I love edges actually, these are great. Okay, and you cut yourself a bit of edge of dimensional, like so. Okay, because actually, perfect. And then you're not wasting those edges either. Okay, that comes off there and goes onto here. So I use my gridded desk all the time to make sure that I get things straight, or attempt to get them straight anyway. And then on the back of this, more dimensionals. What would we do without dimensionals? Oh, to take out shares in them or something. And then where I've got that gap, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount that onto my card, like so. There we are. So there's my diamondy with the die cut background. I'm thinking I could have die cut another one up here. Now I've looked at it, but hey ho, I've done it now. So there you go. So that's how you get that fabulous large diamond. We've done this lovely die cut background. We've used the adhesive sheet on the back of the gold card. Lots of fun techniques in here. So I hope you've liked this project. Okay, so there's another fun one. That just leaves us with one. So let me know what you've thought of that project. Let me know what's happening in EastEnders. No, I don't actually care because I don't watch it, so, but you can tell me anyway. It won't mean anything. I saw a bit the other day that looked like maybe Phil's dying or something. I hope that's not giving it away for anybody, by the way. Sorry. I only caught a snippet. He was talking about what he was leaving to everybody in his will. I don't know. Right, so that's the Oh So Eclectic stamp set. This, for me, personally, is possibly the most pretty stamp set in the whole of the annual catalogue, I have to say. It is gorgeous. The dies that go with it are gorgeous. There's nothing I don't like about it. So don't forget to leave me a comment on that post. I've forgotten what number we're up to. I think it's post 3, asking me what your favourite type of crafting is. I know some of you already have, or if you're watching this later on the recording, don't miss out on that. If you've spun on in the recording and you're missing bits out and you've missed it, then I'm really sorry. That'll teach you to listen to all of my ramblings. Yes, and be in with a chance to win a copy of my Naturally Eclectic online class. It contains 3 gorgeous, look, I've got an inky finger, 3 gorgeous 3D projects with matching cards, including a lovely gift bag handbag. There's a gorgeous sort of jewel diamond shaped box, and then another quite simple rectangular style box that's nice and quick and easy. So if you're a beginner 3D learner, there's a simple project in there for you. If you're more experienced or you want to have a go, there's more complicated projects. All the projects come with a full video tutorial walking you through the whole project. So as long as you take it easy and slowly, there's no reason why you can't make any of the projects in there, I promise. Right then, I'm wondering if all those funny symbols are still dancing across the screen in front of you all, because I'm not seeing them at all, I have to say. Right, another sip of tea. So, final project for this evening, and I quite like it, and it's a Christmas card, and it does use a new stamp set that's coming, and I couldn't help myself. So do you remember this card? It went on my blog last week, not this week just gone, maybe the week before. I think it was part of the Creation Station blog hop. Okay, and it was quite apt because obviously it was results day for A-levels here yesterday, and lots of my customers and friends had children getting results, and as far as I'm aware, everybody has got their chosen university, which is great news for everybody involved. Okay, so there was this version of this card I made, and when I wrote the blog post I did promise some other versions, and then with the summer holidays and everything I never really got round to it, but I had made a couple of other versions. So there was this version. And actually I'd made this at the same time as this one actually. Okay, and it's using the same stamp set. So this is the Banners for You, I think it is called, Banners for You stamp set. You get this great big banner behind, you've got another one in front, got some designer series paper here. Okay, and I love this way of getting that sort of ribbon look on your card without fighting with ribbon. Okay, without fighting with layers and layers of ribbon. Okay, and despite the die cutting, it's actually not going to be a bad card for mass production. But these aren't the cards I'm going to share with you. These are what today's card is based on, because I've basically taken the same layout and made another card. So let me grab it for you. So here we are. And I'm going to grab all the bits and bobs we need to make it. And bring them over. Okay. So here is tonight's version of the same card. So as you can see, I've got that big banner in the background, but then on the top I've got this fabulous label. Lovely. So this is a new stamp set in the autumn winter catalogue. It's called Merry Little Labels. So it comes with 6 large label type stamps. Several of them are sized and shaped deliberately to fit within this new label punch. Okay, like so. So that's that element there. But then, as I say, the ribbons come from the Banners for You stamp set, along with the bunch of banners framelits. Okay, and I've used this one specifically for this card in the background. And like I say, actually, this is heat embossed, but actually none of it's long, none of it's complicated. You then just punch these out. These are just stamped and die cut. I really actually believe this could actually be quite a good mass-produced Christmas card. Mess around with the colours. I've then taken the little dots from the Banners for You stamp set, like I did on the other cards, and added it here. Now for this one, I used Lemon Lime Twist. It looks, it's resoluting quite well on the iPad screen. Baz has just had it arrive because she was too busy celebrating to play with it. Fair enough, I don't blame you. So I've used Lemon Lime Twist for those dots. In real life, I'm not actually sure about it. I'm not convinced. And I would maybe, when we do it again, I might use black, which seems a bit rash, but I might go for black. Bye, Anne. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your evening, weekend. I forgot what I was saying. I might do them in black. Or perhaps another shade of green. I'm not sure about the Lemon Lime Twist. So it's getting late, so let's go ahead and make this card. So I have, this is Old Olive, believe it or not, but the lighting in here is shocking at this time of night. It has made everything go rather peculiar. So it does look good on the screen. I have to admit, it looks quite good in the photographs as well, but I'm not sure about it in real life. It's funny, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead, I've inked that up in Old Olive ink, and I'm just going to stamp it then onto Old Olive cardstock. Use the old trouser leg to clean it up. Marvellous. Okay, that can go out of the way. So we're going to die cut that with the coordinating die in the Big Shot in a minute. So go ahead and get that ready for die cutting. I've already prepared a white card base like the blue one, a length of A4, half a sheet of A4 lengthwise and scored through the middle. Okay, and then I've mounted the Let It Snow stamp onto a block. I'm going to ink this up with Versamark ink pad. So this is a clear watermark ink, and the beauty of using this is that it stays dry a little while and gives you time to apply embossing powder while the ink is still wet. Now I do have my tray with my embossing powder tucked over here, so let's bring that in. Don't ask me about the tray. Everyone always asks me about the tray. I've had it about 20 years. So I'm going to stamp that down. So this is onto basic black card. And then I've got white embossing powder. I'm going to cover it in white embossing powder. Like so. Okay, make sure that it's covered properly. If it's not, you can put some more powder over it. Like I say, the ink stays wet a little while, so you get a bit of playing time with Versamark. Okay, and then obviously you can just use whichever colour embossing powder you like with it as well, because the ink is clear. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to heat emboss this. Now my heat emboss is the other side of the room, so you're going to hear a funny noise. Okay, but I'm basically going to apply my heat embossing tool a couple of inches away from the cardstock all over until this powder goes all nice and shiny and really bright white. I've missed a bit of powder. There we go. Right then, so it gets very, very hot, so you obviously need to take care because it does get very warm. And then when you're happy, and can you see how shiny it is now? I don't know how well that's showing up on here, whether you're getting the reflection. But basically that's all melted, that powder, and it's all nice and shiny and glossy. And then this just slips inside the punch. I love Stampin' Up for the coordination of stamps and punches like this. They're famous for it and I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, we are almost there, and like I say, I'm just making one. Okay, but if you did all the stamping for all the banners, all the die cutting. Kids are great for die cutting, I have to say. Kids have their uses. So, if they're old enough to use the Big Shot, put them to work. Okay. Throw it on the floor. That always adds extra craftiness to it, I must say. Okie doke. We're almost there. It really is that super duper quick. Go away. Right, so I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the centre of this banner. Can you hear that rain again? And then I am going to sort of centre it. I'm going to work out where it's roughly in the middle, like so. Flip it over, some more dimensionals. Okay, but before I stick that down, I'm going to work out where I want to put these little dots. What colour do you think we should try them? I'm leaning partly towards black, but I'm not sure. The other option I think is maybe artichoke. We're going to go with black, I think. We'll risk black. So, again, working out where it's going to go on the card. And then I just aim to stamp those inside that little curve part of the tag. Like that. You can always cut another place. You can always cut another place. Absolutely, Paz, you're right. Okay, they can just go in there. Okay, and then I've used Diamantes on my original as well. Okay, so when you're happy with those, off comes the backing. You cut another base, send it to somebody you don't like. That's always what I say. I'm glad you've moved that a bit closer, as it's small on my iPhone. What have I moved a bit closer? Right then, so down it goes like that. If I can find Diamantes, we'll put them on. Don't know where I've put them. If I can lay my hands on them quickly, we'll do them. Is that them? I'm still using up my old ones. Look, I've still got a drawer full of these sheets where they had the strips of them. And I'm still using the strip parts up, but I've never used them as strips. I've always cut them up into individual little Diamantes. So I'm still trying to use up all my old ones at the moment. There we go. And there we have my finished Christmas card. So it's quick, it's easy. I think it's mass producible. I love that you've got a little bit of embossing. I've moved this a little bit lower by the looks of it on this card than I did to the original. Only by a smidgen. You'd have to have a really good eye to notice it. But I think I prefer it a little bit lower. Okay, really mass producible. Okay, but effective with embossing, bit of Diamantes. But you could also do it in loads of different colours. Just change the olive for something else. Bingo, different colour. Right then, I'm going to spin you round one last time. I didn't realise how late it had gone. So I'm going to try and spin you round again. Hello. Oh, we're very close. Would you decorate the inside? I wouldn't, because I don't decorate the inside of my cards. But you could, obviously. But I have to confess I don't. That's not because it's not a nice idea or a lovely idea. I just don't think of it. I got hot, sorry, I've taken my cardie off. I just don't remember. And cards usually go out in a, the box is going to get emptied in 5 minutes. Quick, knit round Sam's house. This box is outside Sam's house. Quick, run, have we got any stamps? Oh my God. So I hope you have enjoyed. All these emoji cards are still scrolling across the screen. How weird. Oh, your son, daughter-in-law and your grandchildren are heading to Japan. Oh, that's why you couldn't sleep. Oh, I see. You don't look old enough for grandchildren doing that. Bit of flattery gets you everywhere. But you don't. In your picture, you don't. This is getting a bit cold now, and I'm quite thirsty because I've done all this talking. Right. So, I hope you've enjoyed all the projects for this evening. I have one last giveaway. So, when we finish the live, I'll go and put the post up. So, there's a bit of a question on there. I'm trying to remember what the question was. Oh, the question was, what was your favourite project? Basically. Which was your favourite project from tonight? So, you have to do it on that post. I won't answer it on this post. You have to be included in the draw. You have to do it on this post. Now, this last prize is a UK only prize because it's product, and I'm not allowed to send product abroad. It's just one of the Stampin' Up rules. Okay, so but even if you can't qualify for the product, if you've told me where you are in the first post, which you can be part of, then I'll know whether you're a UK person or not in the last post. But I'd still love to know which project you thought was your favourite. I really would. So here's tonight's prize. Look, I've got a whole huge, this is one of the big gusseted cellophane bags. Okay, and I have filled it up with 6x6 inch paper. There is a Stampin' Up like shopping bag. There's buttons, there's ribbon, there's doilies, there's washi, there's twine, there's sequins. There's something else, I don't know what it is. Okay, look at the tag. I know you flipped, I know. Oh, can I flip you? Oh, not like that. Hang on. Yay! I've done it. Except, I don't know how to get rid of that. Oh, it's gone now. Right, except now everything's the wrong way round for me and I get confused because my door's there. You see, I'm confused. Look at the tag. That's another new stamp set. Look. And new ribbon and new twine. How cute is that? That stamp set ended up being perfect for this. So that was, what was it? Tags and trimmings. That's another new one. Okay, but look, I'm going to have to move back so you can see. Look, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to put that up. That's going to be post number 6, I think. Leave a comment on that one. Let me know what has been your favourite project from this evening. Let me know any feedback you have. I hope you've really enjoyed the Facebook Live tonight. It's been fun to do something different with it and have more chance for people to come on and what have you. So thank you ever so much. Thank you in advance, or as thanks already if you've already placed an order or if you're going to place an order. Don't forget to use that hostess code. It's in one of the posts, but it's UMSBYDFM. So that's the one to use for ordering before close of play tomorrow night, and then the order's going to go in Sunday morning. So don't forget to leave a comment for this. Don't forget to leave a comment for the online class, the package of products. Those are worldwide prizes. Thank you very much for stopping in. Have wonderful weekends, whatever you are doing, and I will see you back here on the Facebook page sometime soon.